world. This your girl, La Kiki. That is. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, this episode actually pissed me off. I would wear my shirt, but like I got out the house too daggone soon and look at my goddamn shirt wrinkle-ish. So let me zipping this shit. Oh, but anyway, and I got my donuts at work. I was like, let me sit in the car. Look at all this freaking trash I shouldn't be eating right now. And I was supposed to be fasting, but see how that turned out. Yeah, this is Big Brother Canada, episode 28, and I just want to do a little rant for reals. Like, do I really want to explain what the episode was? It was like very much straightforward. Excuse me. I had to hydrate because Spicy V thirst was so real. Like, you wanted a moment every second of this panel. I'm trying to figure out, why did you want a moment that bad, girl? You're a sore effing loser, and a loser in life in general. I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody say about, she's a social worker and da. Really? I feel afraid for the kids if that's the social worker that's coming to talk some sense into me, and you can't even talk some sense into yourself even on a cool down. Like, you had a couple days to cool down, girl. Why is you this mad? It's just a game, right? Your life is in order and all that, and everything's great. You don't really need the money and all that other stuff you claim, right? Why is you that scared? So basically, like, glad that hoe is in jury. No, not really. I'm not really glad she's in jury. Like, somebody should have got rid of her beforehand, before she even made it a jury and crushed her dream again of making it a jury. Because this hoe is delusional. Like, delusion on top of delusion. Talking about something, it's gonna get spicy. Stop doing that dumbass trademark. Nobody give a crap about that spicy trademark anymore. It was good in your season, not really for me, but for your little fans or whatever. But this season, it's like a disgrace. You keep just dragging that goddamn going spicy, trying to get spicy, like all that around each and every time, and it's corny as hell. You are the worst all-star ever. I'm talking about everybody knows I was the best all-star in the house. Where? That's why you sitting out here. Obviously, it was too soon for them to name you and brand you an all-star when your game was chaotic. An all-star is not... An all-star, like, they getting away with the all-star name. The all-star is always a player that actually either won the game or lost by default because everybody hated Q Anthony, Q Paul, BB19, and BB 18. Q Paul losing twice because of bitter juries. Q Anthony probably losing twice because of a bitter jury, if he make it to the final two. Because it's not unlikely that Bayleigh don't take Lexus if she wins, the final main comp, and evicts Ducky and take Lexus. It's not unlikely, but okay. So they're in the kitchen. That was a little 4 minute something. So they're in the kitchen because I had a bunch of feelings about this when I'm just watching this on my way to work. I wanted to do it earlier, but I had to take care of my job tickets and all that first. I had to do all my stuff first before I came out here. But it was still on my mind the whole time. Like, oh my effing God. Like, I cannot wait till tonight, this 90-minute episode that they're going to do. And I'm like, let's get to the nitty gritty of things. Like, let's really get to the nitty gritty of things. Okay, Bayleigh is cooking in the kitchen. They all in the kitchen or whatever, looking like, after the eviction or whatever. I believe it was, yeah. I mean, I think they was just chilling. I don't know if it was after eviction or anything like that, but oh, my cousin Ada is texting me. I'll text you right back as soon as I finish this. yeah, so all of a sudden, Arisa just pop up on the screen, and they was like, "What?" You know, Bayleigh, "What? What?" And then she just go in there, run Anthony's, look like he try and get some extra food, pieces of food or something, and fly back on the couch because he the last one always on the couch or whatever. First one there any other time, last one there when it comes down to freaking Arisa popping up on the screen. But anyway, she basically said this is going to be a special eviction tonight, and y'all have 1 hour. Do what you gotta do, and I shall return back shortly. I was like, oh my god, they gonna do it like that? They gonna do it like that? Are they serious? But then that's when they actually had to play this comp, and this was like a movie comp. It reminded me of the Great American ride in Orlando. It used to be the Great American movie ride or something like that. A great movie ride, yeah, Great American something movie ride in Universal. And it's so fun. It's like it make you feel like, to me, every time I think of that ride, I think of Wonder World, Wonder World. Na, 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 Wonderland, Wonderland. I think it's Wonderland with Axel Foley. Axel Foley. Doom, 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 doom. Anyway, it made me think of the Axel Foley movie. But anyway, they had a ride in there. It was called I don't know what it's called actually, but I know it was just in the Wonderland Park or Wonder World Wonderland Park. It was funny. But and then Universal had that same type of ride with the robots at the end shooting in the tunnel, the water coming out from the side of the stairs, and the we're on a train, and the train is like moving back and forth, and we like really real loud like on the screen because they saying, okay, this is what y'all say, this is what y'all say, but really people was really losing their minds because they really thought that we about to get flooded in there and drowned in the, we thought it was actually going to turn over or whatever. So it reminded me of the Axel Foley movie every time I see the movie ride thing. But they had to create their own movie or whatnot, and so do their own scene in the movie, action film on a train, typical train Mission Impossible type thing. The train split in half, you're riding on the side, and then you ripping the pieces off. Like, they ain't doing all that. They should have did some hanging, them on a wire or something like that. It would have been more fun. But basically, this the biggest veto comp ever. So whoever win this veto is the one that's going to decide who goes home. And they're going to automatically make it, obviously, to final 3. Period. So basically, Bayleigh went first, and she got the keys quickly. She then failed at the excuse my stomach. She then failed at the daggone wall on the side of the train because she did not realize until she did every color pattern that is, and put it in the box inside the train, to the fuse box, in order to get the lights, the generator, start working. She realized that she kept getting it wrong time after time after time after time because she did not look at the numbers on the top of the box. And then also, I didn't realize till later on when Todd went that, oh shoot, he was even doing the B and the C wrong, placing the B and the C and the C and the B, box. So you got to look at all these, like, attention to detail. Like, they should know, like, they should know that it's going to be attention to detail in this type of comp at the end of the season. But Bayleigh wasted a lot of her time on that. And then as soon as they got to the, basically, put the pictures of your past players and sit them on a train in order of whatever the question was for the competition. So Bayleigh flew through that part. And then she went on to get the suitcase, which whatever people weren't seated, or seats that was left, that was a combination, and then get that combination, and then you go ahead and do your last scene and slide down and slide off the train, basically. And the train blew up. Basically, you got to get off the train in time, before it blows up. Pretty much, that's what it seems like. So Bayleigh, she did not like her time. She was like, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. Like, really down on yourself, girl. Like, don't be that down. It's always technical difficulties when it comes to the end of game comps. You never know what's going to happen, what's going to be the hiccup or anything like that. Everybody could feel they're stupid when it's like, oh my God. The whole time I was looking at it wrong. More than likely, somebody else going to think the same thing. If you're normally like logical or detailed normally in life, like everybody's probably going to overthink Big Brother. So like, I wouldn't be so down on yourself. Girl, you was stupid. I'm just playing. But then it was Anthony's turn to do it. And Anthony went, and Anthony did the same exact thing. He did the same exact thing. Got the keys fast, but messed up on the numbers. Didn't realize it. At least he didn't realize it to the first half that he did. But she barely didn't realize it until she did the whole exact color pattern, and then she realized, like, oh my God, I did the whole exact color pattern. It was about the numbers. The numbers is mixed up with the color patterns. And Anthony did that, but he only did that with the first box. So he was slow on that as well, but he was fast with the seats and all that. So he's done. So Lexus come through, and Lexus was all like, okay, already I'm blown, and I just started because she was having a hard time getting them keys up. I was like, yeah, not the hiccup on the keys. I hope you got the next part right. But she was like, oh, I'm blown already. But then Lexus went straight through. She was like, okay, green 5, 10, yellow 10, red, green 5, 7, green. Like Lexus was already like, soon as I heard the numbers and her color, like green 7, 10, red, such and such and such. As soon as I heard her putting the numbers with the patterns, I was like, yep, Lexus got this, because that's not the hiccup. But when she got to the daggone seats and putting the passengers in the seats, I was like, oh my God. She kept getting hicked up on how many comps, who hosted the most POV comps, because it was all POV questions, right? And she was like, oh my God, it was so many POVs, like, I'm gonna get through this. So she was not good when it came to her who won this comp, or like how many comps that this all-star played or whatever. And she was thinking like it was Spicy. No, Spicy was a part of the comps. She was not hosting all of the comps. Anthony hosted 2 comps. So she was like, oh my God, it's freaking Anthony. And then she finally got out of it. But she was not feeling too great about that. Anthony wasn't feeling great about that. He's like, this might have cost me. If this mistake cost me the whole entire game, like that will suck or whatever. But Lexus, I think she did good other than that hiccup with the seats. And then Toddinator come through, and Todd just effed up the whole thing. Like, it was just bad. It was bad. But I don't think nobody was as bad as Bayleigh. I think Bayleigh was barely holding on. Maybe between Bayleigh and Todd. I'm not sure which one was the worst, but I feel like Todd flew through the seats as well, as far as the POV questions. But when it came to that box, yeah, it might have been Todd that took like an hour and 23 minutes or whatever. Because he said, oh my God, I realized I was putting B in a C and a C in a B. It's like, okay, but you know what? I don't know, because maybe Bayleigh took longer because Bayleigh didn't even know the numbers were out of order with the color pattern. Todd had the color pattern right, but he was placing C with B pattern and B with C pattern. So he had to just only correct. Yeah, I think he still had to correct all of them, because you still got to correct all of them, or just, I guess, shift them back up. From the top to the bottom, But anyway, at the end of this, they was all feeling bad, and then they had them all lined up in the action chairs, the movie star chairs, with their suitcases on their lap, and it's like, basically, like, let's make a deal, open your case. I'm like, are y'all trying to get this from Deal or No Deal Island? Like, literally, Like, y'all really jocking him? Like, open your suitcase and same time, and then see who has the power of veto. And then they open it up, and it was Lexus with the power of veto, and then everybody all like, "Oh my god!" And Bayleigh with that fake ass, yeah, good job, girl. You know it ain't. You don't feel that way. But Lexus is like, yes, I get to move on straight to the final three. I'm so glad I secured my spot. Todd looked depressed because he know it's him. Anthony's trying to act like he's depressed because he think it's him, and he like, I know it's not me, but I'm just going to play the part because you never know. We're down to the wire. She could be like, sorry, Anthony, I won't win with you, but I'm grateful for you taking me, taking me this far in the game. You never know, so you can't be acting bigger than your britches. Yeah, so she only did it in 37 minutes. She like blasted everybody. Everybody else was like an hour. Like an hour? Like, wow, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. But anyway, so they get back into the house, and then that's when immediately, Anthony like, Lexus, you want to talk? She was like, let's do it. And she went up there, and soon as they went upstairs, Bayleigh was telling Todd, you gotta talk to her. You gotta make a deal, something, like do something. Try to get yourself out of the situation. I'm so sorry that I could not help you out or whatever. Like, I'm so stupid. Like, I'm mad I put you in this situation. Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. Why was you so pressed to have Anthony stay off the block? Why did you care about helping him with his end game when you're supposed to help yourself with your end game? I wouldn't care about a goddamn thing that he's saying at that moment. I'm sorry, we're at the final five. I don't give a crap about your end game. It's time to look at mine as well. And they ain't gonna do me no favors if you're in the jury house. Like, oh, you helped me to not be on a block. Like, what extra do that give for you to vote my way? Like, I guess she just was working as well on like not having a bitter jury and still afraid of Anthony as well in the game. And this is why you all will lose to him. Other than if it was actual logical minded players that weren't bitter. Other than the only person I feel, to be honest, that's not bitter is Goose. Like, literally. Like, I'm like, Tola? Tola, really, Tola? That one dumb vote? Are you still held a grudge over that? All right, you're just like Bayleigh. Okay, you're just alike. You're just alike. But that was more of a backstabby point for far as Victoria versus Dougie. But okay, all right. But because he said, no matter what, I'll vote you. No matter what, I won't vote you out. No matter what. So, Dougie, you told Victoria be careful with her words. You should have been careful with your words as well. And you said that when Victoria was not being careful with her words, and Tola ended up coming back with some information that she had said. Same thing you did, my dude. So yeah, like, y'all both did the same thing at the end of the day. Like, don't promise nobody you still give them your vote to to stay or whatever, even if they're going out, if you're not gonna do it. Like, so that's it. But other than that, like, Tola backsliding for real. Like, this jury did a number on you. Like, you really try to gain some friends in the jury house that you think they even care about you at this moment still. That's crazy. So yeah, we cut to what happened. She go up there and talk to Dougie, and she basically said to Dougie, like, look, I'm not ever going against you. You're not going nowhere. We doing this final three together. Yes, I just can't see me voting you out or anything like that. So you good to go. And this fool had a nerve to still play game. Like, don't be still running game on me, because I can just make it disappear just like that, right? Your game could disappear like that. Don't play me like that for a fool no more. Talking about something. You have two options. You could use it and I go on the block and you take out Todd, or option B, you could not use it and I'll take out Todd. And Lex is like, yeah. I know in the back of her mind, she like, nigga, like, really? Ninja, are you serious? Did you really seriously just say that to me? Oh, so you been running game. And you running game on me now? The person that I cried in your arms and everything. Now you gonna play me and run game like that? Because you try to keep up your seat pattern? Like, keep it up for what? Just to not win nothing? I mean, you win something because you always win the 75,000. That ain't no small stuff to sniff at neither, but come on, dude. Come on, dude. But one thing y'all need to make sure that Bayleigh don't win nothing at the end, that she has to be the option that somebody pick and her not be in jury. Because if she is in jury, Dougalicious. What do you say? He called himself John Van Dougie. John Claude Van Dougie or something like that. Yeah, that's what he called himself in the mission. I'm John Claude Van Dougie. Now you know martial arts, dude. That was funny as crap with John Claude Van Dougie. He tried to add on extra, but that's smart in the game instead of just saying the spicy. It's gonna get spicy. It's just like, what you got else? What else you got, girl? Oh, that's what you came for or whatever. What is it? That's what you're here for. That's what you're here for. That's all you got, girl. Like, Tara, like, that's all you got, girl. But anyway, so Todd asked to speak. He go up there with Lexus, and Lexus basically said to him, like, look, we're building a relationship. We're just like fairly new into building our relationship, but history speaks for itself. It's like, this dude had my back when Matt and everybody left. The girls were backstabbing me. He was all I had. So I'm sorry, but I gotta be with him. Pretty much is what she was telling him. If we would have had, if you would have had made a relationship with me earlier in the weeks and not later in the weeks, then I might have thought about it even harder. But it ain't nothing to think about now. So, sweetheart, do what you gotta do, but it will be you. You basically what she ain't say it in those words, but that's basically everything. And he went back downstairs and he looked depressed. Doug asked to speak with him. They have a little bonding session, cried and stuff, and he basically said, whatever happens, like, she ain't say that much to me, but she ain't reassured me. I'm like, Dougie, we at this point, you don't have to even lie about stupid ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she reassured you because she reassured him, and then he gonna say the same thing back. She ain't really reassuring me neither. I'm like, dude, what was you looking at, listening to? She reassured you big time, and I guess he was trying to do that to throw off Doug or whatever, but like, dude, don't do that. She reassured you. It's over. And so they had their little session. He basically said, like, I love you, whatever. Doug be doing this little ugly cry where it just looks so freaking forced. He'd be like, you know me, my dog. I love you, man. I love you. I love you. Like, dude, you trying to have a moment with him in the game for jury votes. Come on. Smart. But he's always going to be Bayleigh's first choice. Bayleigh's always going to be his first choice, is what I'm saying. Like, that's smart that you did it like that, and you related. Thank you for being my rock, my everything in this. Tola was that. Matt was that. Todd? I know Todd connected with a lot of people at the end or whatever, but like, he wasn't your rock, dude. You were your own rock. You was your own boulder sitting in on every couch, every little chair that you could sit on, and standing alone. Like, literally. Other than Lexus being there with you, like, literally. But she's always mute, so she ain't really like saying nothing, no backup or whatever. She was like, yeah. 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 Like, yeah, really. Like, yeah. Yeah. That's all she got. Like, dude, it was just so forced and rehearsed. Like, he already know, you going Todd, but I appreciate it. We gonna hang out. I can't wait. Like, they always laying their cards on this hangout. I don't give a crap. Like, I don't want to see none of y'all hoes for a long time. I don't want to party with y'all right now. I want to go home and do my thing. Nobody give a crap about partying with y'all. I care about freaking winning. But anyway, after all that was said and done, they then cut to the jury, and this is where it just pissed me off. Like I said in the rant earlier. So they have Kevin Jacobs from season 10's winner, which is, I really didn't want him as a winner, but if he played the game and he played everybody like a fiddle, I can't be mad at that. But anyway, he got a little cuter in this little win. It's like when you win something, you get a little cuter or something. He's starting to grow the little facial hair out. I'm like, all right, Kevin. But I would prefer Kevin Martin. Because he'll probably get down to the nitty-gritty of things. But Kevin Jacobs like to be with the shits, pretty much. So you have everybody on the couch on the stage where people sit with Arisa. And they basically like ranting. It felt like a reunion. The way they were sitting on the couch felt like a Real Housewives reunion. Bad Girls Club reunion or something like that. Like literally. And Spicy was looking basic as hell as she normally do. I'm not a fan. I never was a fan. I never liked her. I was always a LaToya fan because she's like, I see hoes like you all the time and I don't trust you hoes. I would never work with hoes like you. And that's who should come back. Bring LaToya back. Like literally, like LaToya got Spicy together. Spicy was afraid of LaToya. It's not just the police in her. It was like I know who you are. Don't ever try to do something behind my back. You trying to make up some lies, but my boys always know how I am. They know the real. It's nothing you can say that I wouldn't know because my boys gonna tell me everything. Tyshawn and Jed, like, girl, you so pressed to be in between their legs, like, girl, and right now you acting like Anthony is your man and he freaking slept with your best friend or something like that. Like that's what you acting like. Like I thought you was with me, but whole time you was with her. Like, girl, don't you got a man at home? Focus on about to be home with your man and your clients in your real life that's already secure, where you don't have to worry about this check from Big Brother because your life is so secure. So you that pressed for cameos, you that pressed for the stardom of it all. You know, like you trying to solidify yourself to go on traitors, Snake in the Grass, Deal or No Deal Island. Like, what are you trying to secure, girl? I guess you're trying to secure that, but that's already secure. Like cutthroat snakes like you. Oh, House of Villains. Yeah, you are number one for House of Villains. I see you on House of Villains, but I see you getting eaten alive by real villains of the shows. Like they would eat you alive. You and your little stories of like being in an orphanage and growing up this, feeling like this, and da 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 da. You ain't gonna be so tough when you run into real real villains, especially on the US side, girl. You could keep your little theatrics in Canada, but the fact that she put out a trash bag out of her bosom, what size is that bra to hold that freaking thick black trash bag that people be cutting up and putting bodies in? How thick is that bra? What size cup is that bra that you have trash bags that thick inside your bra and you still look like you had a shaper on? Like, wow, that was a good promotion of the trash bag. Say the brand so you can get paid that way because that's the only payday you get. And I think she was trying to do that because she's trying to get an AFP award with them head because you are the trash and that's why you're wearing the bag hole. Like literally, like you gonna call this dude out talking about some he's trash. The last time you left, you talking about some big buck alliance. Did he even tell you? Did he even trust you enough to even tell you what buck meant? And if he did trust you and told you what buck meant behind that, which the only alliance is him and himself with Buck and their crew at home, why would he tell you that? And if he did tell you that when he did trust you at the moment, you literally are disrespecting his deceased, no longer unalive friend, and his family is watching, and you're going to bring up his friend's name in vain? And don't try to say you wasn't trying to do it by adding alliance to it, because it just don't make no sense why a big buck alliance would be with anybody else in the house other than himself and the people he's fighting for at home, which is the Buck Alliance, his friends, and his unalive friend Buck that's in heaven that's watching him play the game from, upper being or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, you are a disrespectful hoe. Literally disrespectful. Like, I just don't have no respect, period, beforehand, and definitely not now. And you were so pressed about freaking Jed's girl. Should I put Beth up? And Alexis dragged you for filth when she was like, bitch, you need to worry about that freaking overbite, that you getting that overbite fixed and pick your lip up. That was so, oh my God, Alexis, hey, she gonna be talking like a mug. Let y'all bring these cruelty questions. Out that y'all saying that it's going to get spicy and it's going to be some hard, heavy hitting questions and it's going to be cutthroat and all that. They going to do it with ease. Lex is probably going to go, so I didn't care about anything that y'all was saying at that point. I just pretended like I did to get where I'm at right now, and that's why you're out there and I'm in here. She was like, I'm in the final two. I don't give a crap whether these girls vote for me or not. I'm either going to win or I'm not going to win. If I'm sitting next to Anthony, I already know my destiny. They probably not going to pick me because they never was for me, just like you're showing now. So congratulations, you're just showing the world that girls aren't about girls, and you were fake as hell the whole time, because it's a guy right beside me and I'm a girl. And if you were preached this whole season, but one by one you cutthroat on each other and then threw me under the bus the whole entire season, and now I'm sitting next to a guy, you're still choosing a guy over me. So I'm about to embarrass you hoes in front of the whole world by showing you that you nothing but some oh, I was about to slip and say something else, but I would definitely say that if I was Lexus, like take that away from me. Get away from me with this fake ass women alliance, and don't come to me with nothing chocolate, nothing, because the only thing that's been disrespecting me the most has been chocolate, other than Anthony. Kayla is the type of friend that I'm friends with you until everybody's mad that I'm friends with you. And then I'm sorry, I'm going to have to discommunicate myself from you because I don't want them to discommunicate themselves from me. So I'm your friend, but I'm just your friend in secret and hiding. Away from me with this, with her fake A. Like, literally, Lexus and Ducky is the one to drag my name through the mud and lying on me about things I didn't even do. Adopt. B is called the game. And you got played. Literally, did you ever think about your stuff was dragged? Like, lies was told on Lexus? Literally told about Lexus, but she wouldn't know that unless it's the final two seats, which Dougie still have to play the game, so he going to probably deny it because he trying to get a vote. But if you do ask her point blank about this and this and that, and Lexus just lay it all out, like, well, I was told that y'all that you did this to me, or you said this about me, and da. So I had to then, all I knew I had was Dougie, because he already let me know that you was setting me up and trying to put me in da. You know, like, and then Dougie, and then she gonna be like, I did not say that. Dougie lied to you. And she gonna be like, Dougie, you lied to me? Dougie playing a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have to ask a question like that so she could thoroughly answer it. And I cannot wait for Lexus to grab a hold of these hoes and literally, I'm sorry, who? They was like, what about Lexus? Spicy. I see you're kind of heated or whatever. Because he didn't want to say them little words for a black person. Like, you're a little aggressive tonight, aren't you? Like, you know, like, he didn't want to say that. So, like, you're kind of heated. New word for aggression. Okay. But, I mean, I'm sorry, but she fit all the stereotypes of what's going on in the house, of like angry black woman, always freaking can't get her way, want to lash out on everybody, and you just didn't play the game good at all. Like, he talking about something, she's talking about something. He's just mad because he was scared to play against an all-star like me. I know I was the best all-star, and here go Avery all up her ass still in jury. Like, girl, you in jury, she played your ass like a fiddle, and you still up the ass. You're literally still up the ass. You're like, yeah, with everything Spicy saying yes and yes, and girl. And then Kayla still her individual self on the side, but she's still heated about what was said. Girl, you still on that? Are you still on that? And then Tola with his freaking jump on the bandwagon ass just because Anthony not here. As soon as Anthony get there, he'll be back on Anthony's team. Like, yeah, he just Bayleigh wasn't loyal to me, and Anthony wasn't loyal to me. She became my friend. We got good. We didn't have a good relationship, and then all of a sudden we got good at the end. In order for her to cut me, he was like, so it was good gameplay. But Anthony, not good gameplay. So I'm sorry. Curse you out the whole season. Don't be your friend at all. Act like I'm your friend. You the dummy to let me in knowing that I wasn't your friend. And that was good gameplay. But I was your friend the whole time. But the house all told me that they're going to get rid of you no matter what. There's nothing I can do in a double eviction. But because I didn't give you my vote to stay, even though I know that you're totally gone, there's nothing I could do, and I have to save my game. And I broke down everything that was happening in the house to you and what the moves was happening, and told you what was happening. To save my game, I didn't vote your name, and you're mad and upset about that. You sound like Bayleigh. Y'all just alike. Overly emotional, overly anxiety attack, literally. Like, you're just like Bayleigh with the Spicy V and Avery vote or whatever, even though Spicy V was sloppy, and that's how you ended your game, literally, Spicy. Because if you didn't do that move, I believe that Bayleigh would have kept you and she would have evicted Lexus. But your dumb ass did that stupid stuff. So, hey, you should be more mad at yourself for your dumb ass move and put that in the trash, and then you jump inside and then put everybody else in the jury right in there too. We leave Goose out of there. Literally. Goose was the only one that was saying, like, Lexus have a shot. Like, y'all talking trash on Lexus, but Lexus have a shot at winning if she does the move and go to the final three and then evict Dougie. Lexus does have a shot at getting my vote. Literally. But it doesn't matter if she did that move on Dougie. They will still give it to Bayleigh because they still feel like Lexus didn't do nothing. Bayleigh did all this and went through all this. Her best friend was backdoored, and like, I don't give a crap what her best friend was backdoored. Like, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? That's somebody else. I don't give a crap if somebody was backdoored that was close to me in a whole freaking house that was still full. That ain't... You squeak by through the whole week until you start winning stuff where you really needed, girl. Like, you had to really win those comps. But Lexus did really need to win these comps as well, because she really was the one that was always the focal point the whole entire time from the start. Like, y'all trying to make Bayleigh seem like she had this hard time. Bayleigh was the mouthpiece in the whole fucking group other than Donna, and then by way of Spicy. But Spicy, your stuff was ran by Bayleigh. Like, yes, most times the decisions you made were from Bayleigh's, like, decisions, like, or advice, or basically kind of slight threats to you. Like, so what is you saying? Like, I don't understand that. That pissed me off. That actually pissed me off. And then making Lexus seem like she didn't have no struggles at all. She just coasted the whole way. How I coasted the whole way, and you hoes gave me hell the whole way. Like, I had to watch week by week by week my sides the sides you put me on because you wanted me to be in a relationship with Matt. So I'm going to obviously start getting closer to him and start trusting him, because you forced me to start this bond, which next year's season's players, don't do that. Don't force nobody to force a bond with somebody, because it will be a bond. And then don't be mad when it's a bond, because all I know is them, because all they know about me is, they know everything about me. So we know each other, and that's why it's a bond. Like, just don't be that dumb and do that again. Don't force nobody to have a bond and then be mad about their bond. That's just dumb gameplay. If we're a group, no, our bond should be us. You should have been forcing her to stay in this bond and not that bond with him. Your dumb ass did that. So, make sure you like and subscribe if you're new to this channel. I'm sorry I meant to say that as well. I've been ranting this whole entire time, but make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for all these updates. But I'm just pissed off as hell. Like literally, it just aggravated me so much as a whole Big Brother fan in general. Like, if I was in that household, I would curse the living hell out of all of, like, literally, like, who are you talking to? First of all, dumb a overbite asshole. Like, who are you talking? Like, first second week out, because I don't know. I say that because everybody say they would be the first, second one. I didn't think I would last a week and all that other stuff, and then they adjust to what's going on. But one thing I'm not going to adjust to is thinking I'm going to hold my tongue for anything that's said to me. That ain't happening. I just know that ain't happening. But that was that episode, really, because they end up doing the episode. They end on the episode with cutting the jury or whatever, and she bringing up trash bag again. It's like, girl, you already said that when y'all were live. Now we breaking away from this, and you like, well, I guess I can't use the trash bag. It's like, girl, you overdid the trash bag thing. Can we please cut it from there? We ain't even hear really nothing from nobody else. Todd didn't even have to go in there and do anything for real, because it was already done. Like, he already said, we gonna set the record straight. And it's funny because Anthony on Todd way out the door, because yes, Alexis evicted Todd, said sorry, but history speaks for itself, and I have to go with the person that's been here for me in my corner the whole entire time. So she evicted Todd. So when he came out and they went to the diary messages or whatever, it was sweet or whatever, and she did the little heart thing. And I like his message when he said, I do the heart because you always should tell the people you love that you care for them, because life is too short, just like my life in this game, whatever. Like, that was funny. Anthony was just like, Lexus, no matter what happened, I love you, girl. Love you, sexy Lexi, whatever. Like, it was just so basic. He knew he was going to stay. And then Dougie was telling Todd, like, yeah, love you, see you on the outside, whatever. You a true Toddinator. He said everything, all his little adjectives that they use for Todd or whatever, and basically said that set the record straight in jury. I know Todd's like, yeah, I will against you. Like, literally. I still got bills in there. It's going to be 4 bills. But he ain't have to do nothing, because someone they came in there, he saw how bitter they was. He be like, oh, Bill's got this. I don't even realize ain't nothing else. All he said was put his little 2 cents in. Like, I was trying to tell Lexus that it would be a better move if she took out Dougie. And, like, it don't matter what Lexus would have done. If she would have done that, she wouldn't have got Dougie's vote. And it would have went to Bill's. It would have went to Bill's regardless. If she done that, period. The girl still wouldn't vote to keep her. I mean, for her to win, it would still be Bayleigh, period. If she didn't do it, like she didn't, she's still not going to get the vote to win, period. The only time she would get the vote to win is if Bayleigh loses the final HOH and they vote to evict her, whoever wins it, and Dougie is sitting next to Lexus. I still think Dougie might win because they hate her so much. But you know what would be the funny thing about that? Just like BB25, it'll be funny that the victor end up being the freaking princess, prom queen. It'll be Lexus at the end, Miss Flowella, because she just be floating like Elvira. I think Elvira or something like that. The mother from Addams Family. Like, they say she float around the house. Like, it's funny because that's the same way they would, like, all the adjectives they use of Lexus, they use of Taylor as well. So it'll just be funny when those things fall down on Taylor and Lexus. and I am crowned the BBCAN 12 winner this season, that will be funny. And all the confetti fall on me. That she'll be doing the same speech, and I'll be dying laughing. I'll be cracking up laughing if this happened, y'all. You just don't know. Um, yeah, I have no respect for Spicy B. If y'all ain't noticed, if I ever met her, I'd be like. Anyway, I came to meet anybody else in the house for this season other than her ass. Like, literally, like it's nothing she could. Just trash. That's how you know the type of human being you have. And then she's with our children on top of that. I don't care what you say. This is a game. She's not that in real life. You are what you are, even in a game. You're just showing an accelerated version of the self you are inside and out. Like, so you fake it till you make it all through your life. And even in your profession, I'm sure. Faking smiles, faking this because you don't want to curse somebody out. Adapt into the situation. But in the real thick of things, like, they don't have no freaking DR room, but you really thinking these same things that you're saying in the DR room in your mind when you with people. You are that. This game is an extension of what you are in real life. And that's what you are, girl. Trash that you wearing. Literally. But all right, y'all, I'm through with this rant. It just pissed me off. I had to talk about this giant, so like literally pissed me off. I see y'all on this 90-minute episode. I guess tomorrow, because tonight it comes on and I have football practice with my son has football practice to 8 p.m. at night today. So I'll be ranting about this episode tomorrow. All right, y'all. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and make sure you share this video. All right, share it with anybody that care. If they don't care, share that shit anyway, because you know my motto. All right, I'm gonna get back in this job for I get evicted.